Hey Wastelanders, this is Gary from The Last Ranger, and I'm bored as usual, hanging around with my foot and waiting for it to heal. So I was inspired by the latest trend on YouTube. Some channels been going around for Halloween showing us their orange knives. And I realized I was looking at my knife collection, and I don't have all of it around me, but I have most of it. And I think I thought I would pick out 5 knives because I thought I had only 5 knives that were orange, but apparently I was looking through 3 cases and I have 11 knives that are orange. I realized I like orange knives because when I was into dye blends, I always bought orange knives, and I like red and I like to blend it. And orange is a really good color, or yellow is a good color too, to blend if you like a fiery kind of look. So most of these knives will probably be blended. So let's start this out with this. This is the Amari Creator, and I'm trying to hold my, since I'm doing this from the bed, I'm trying to hold the knives up a little bit more and get in the view, so I can't see what I'm doing, but I hope I'm doing it really well. I usually don't do it really well. I hold it off camera. I'll be glad to get my old setup back. So, like I said, this is the Amari Creator. This is a slip joint, double detent type knife. And I remember buying this from drop.com because it was pretty cool. And like I said, I was into doing dye blends, so it was originally orange and I just blended it to like red and orange. And this was originally a clear piece, the backstop, or I turned it red. So this is my first Halloween orange knife. Let me show you. I'll show you another one. So, you guys know that I'm into dagger knives. This is the Dagger Pelican. As you can see, it's a red. It's originally an orange knife with a red blend. I notice I left the backspacer orange. It has the great skull, screaming skull. I really like this knife. This is one of my favorite knives to carry. It's an ugly knife, but once you start liking it, you'll love it. A lot of people say it's an ugly knife, but yeah, for me, it's a great knife. It's one of my favorite dagger knives. Let's show you. I did a short on this one. You remember the short I did a few days ago? This is the Splint, and they released, I believe they released it maybe a year or 2 years ago for Halloween. So it's a true Halloween knife. They are doing a special on Halloween, and they released this. So it looks like a Halloween knife, if you ask me. I don't like knives a lot, but I like the Splint for some reason. I really like the Splint. This is another knife. This is I can't remember the knife right offhand. Let's see. Fox. I can't remember. But this is a Fox knife, and you can see it's orange. But if you look closely, you could see I poured some dye or did some dye work in the crevices. So to get the pattern to stand out on the blade, or not the blade, the handle, you can see I tied, I don't know, I think it's called a rattlesnake knot, maybe. I don't remember how to do it, but I did it. So yeah, I can't remember the knife, or this knife name. So chime in the comments if you remember this knife. So this was a knife I planned to dye, dye blend. This is the Kubi. Doesn't say. I can't remember, but it's a Kubi. I don't know if it had a name, but it's a K122 or something like that. And the only really way to open it is to spidey flick it, because it just has a hole. And I really like that, because I like flicking knives, and I really love the shape of that. But I don't. I have to admit, I don't carry it that much. So it's a little small for me, my hands, but I like it. I always planned to dye it, but I never got to it. So all right, let's move this along, so not to take so long. This is a lockback I picked up. I don't remember what this is. It's in 154 cm, and it's a USA made knife. I think it's by Fox. Yeah, Fox Knives. And you can see it was made in the US. You can see the designer name on, or designer maker's mark on the blade. But it's a crazy Wharncliffe, and I kind of like it. It normally comes with a clip, but I took it off because I didn't like the clip. I just like to, it's so lightweight, I like to pocket carry it. I enjoyed pocket carrying it. I carried it. It's got a hollow grind on it, and again, it's a 154 cm, and it's just a wicked looking knife. This is like plastic, some kind of material, maybe what Benchmade does with their bug out, but it's got a good grip. You can choke up on it. It's just a perfect knife to carry. It's so lightweight. I don't remember how lightweight it is, but it's got to be under 2 ounces, or right at 2 ounces. Let's see. This is another dagger knife, and I don't carry this that often because it's a fully serrated knife. I don't like serrated knives usually, but I like this fully serrated knife. I always say if you got to give me a set serrations, I'll take a fully serrated knife. I think it's called the Resident, Dagger Resident. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments. It's in D2. It's in orange. I don't know if I was planning on dyeing this one. I just, I think when it first came out, it was only in orange, and so I just bought it. Yeah. Check out those full serrations. Has a spike on the end too. Let me show you another one. This is kind of an ugly knife, but it's a good ugly. I think it's called the not dagger, Bestech Platypus, and you'll see the ugliness of it when I open it. So you see the blade. Most people think it's pretty ugly, but I like it. It grew on me. Again, this is called the Bestech Platypus. You can see I gave it a lanyard. And again, it's an orange knife with a dye blend. So, let me pull out this. I think I did a short on this. This is a customized version of a, it's a Sencut Sidious or something like that. I think Sencut Sidious. So this is, I gave it a dye blend. I also did the bronze, the hardware, and the barrel spacers. And I don't remember if I may have like acid etched the liners. Can't really see the liners except for a little bit, but this was one of my first knives that I tried my customizing hand at. So I didn't do anything to the blade because the blade was already like this, but from the blade back I did everything. You can see the pocket clip is bronze. It's kind of a bronzish look, a little bit lighter than the hardware, but I like this knife. I always planned to give this knife away, but I like this knife, so I kept it. And this is the orange Yin. I bought both of those, and I gave away the black micarta at one time, and I end up buying it again because I liked it so much. I like this knife because of the bolster. So I like how it has a hidden, not a hidden, but a really small flipper tab. Oh, I hit my hand, or I hit my finger. So, and then it kind of hides the flipper tab, and I just love the look of the bolster. When I saw this knife pictured, I just had to have it. I know it's probably considered an ugly knife, but it's really beautiful in my book. Especially, I love the black with the black micarta version, and it has a blackwash blade too. So I don't have it around me. So, but you've seen it before on my channel. It's a big blade too. Lastly, this is not an orange knife, but it kind of classifies as a yellow. It's originally a yellow knife, but I dyed it red on this side and I blended it. So in the middle, I'm cheating. It's kind of orange. So I just had to show it because it's one of my favorite Finch knives. I longed for a yellow knife, this Finch Runtley, for like a year or more, and then I finally got one, and I found it somewhere. I don't know if they're still out, but it was hard to find at the time, and I just wanted to do a blend. Like I always thought that it has to do with fishing, and this knife reminded me of a bobber or some kind of fishing lure, and I wanted to do a blend like this to make it look like a fishing lure. I don't know if when I used to fish as a kid, I probably had a fishing lure that kind of looked like this, the coloring. So, and I dyed the backspacer red, and I don't think I did anything else. I only just did the backspacer and the scales. This wasn't at the time when I was doing the hardware. I probably would have did the hardware and the liners at the time. I don't know if I wouldn't have did the titanium because I don't know how to flame titanium or anything. I haven't did any anno work other than like hardware and just bronzing. So anyway, this is my 11 orange knives. So this video is running along, and the reason this pistol is here, I was playing with my cats with a laser. Sorry, I lost my laser during the move, and I have like pistols with all kinds of lasers in there, so I just use it for to play with my cats, get them some exercise. I thought about shooting a video of me playing with a laser with the cats, but I thought, well, YouTube would probably take it down because it was a gun. Anyway, take care, Wastelanders, and happy Halloween.